Have you ever wondered what happened after the dinosaurs? What chain of events led from a world ruled by reptiles to our modern age of skyscrapers and smartphones? Today, we're embarking on an epic journey through time, exploring the Cenozoic Era, the age of mammals. This is the story of how our world was born from the ashes of another. Our story begins 66 million years ago, a time of devastation. The Chicxulub asteroid has just struck, triggering the KPG extinction event. The reign of the Nonavian dinosaurs is over. A thick veil of dust and ash cloaks the planet, blocking out the sun and causing a global winter. But amidst the chaos, life, as it always does, finds a way. Small, shrew-like mammals, who had been living in the shadows, scurrying beneath the feet of giants, emerge into a new world. The planet they inherit is quiet, but it won't stay that way for long. As the dust settles, Earth begins to heal. The climate warms, and dense, tropical forests spread across the continents, from pole to pole. This period, the Paleocene, is the dawn of a new age. With the dominant dinosaurs gone, our small, furry ancestors seize their chance. They diversify with explosive speed, exploring new ecological niches. Imagine a world filled with bizarre, experimental mammals. There were early primates, no bigger than squirrels, leaping through the canopy of a jungle that stretched all the way to North America. There were hoofed mammals, the ancestors of today's deer and horses, but still small and timid. This was a time of opportunity, a fresh start for life on Earth. The stage was set for the next act in our planet's incredible drama. Entering the Eocene epoch around 56 million years ago, the planet gets even hotter. This period, known as the Paleocene thermal maximum, saw global temperatures soar. Palm trees grew in the Arctic, and alligators swam in the Canadian North. This hothouse world fueled an incredible burst of evolution. Mammals didn't just diversify, they got big, really big. This was the rise of the first mammalian megafauna. In North America and Asia, rhino-like unitheres with knobby heads roamed the forests. The first true horses, like the dog-sized Iohippus, appeared, though they had multiple toes instead of a single hoof. But perhaps the most dramatic story of this era took place in the oceans. Some land mammals, related to modern hippos, decided to trade their legs for fins. They were returning to the sea, evolving into the first whales. Creatures like Pachysodus, a four-legged, wolf-like animal, spent time hunting in the water. Over millions of years, their descendants, like the serpentine Basilosaurus, became fully aquatic, masters of a new domain. The Eocene was a testament to the incredible adaptability of mammals, proving they could conquer not just the land, but the water too. Then, around 34 million years ago, the world began to change. The thermostat that had been turned up so high for millions of years started to drop. This marked the beginning of the Oligocene epoch. Antarctica, which had been connected to South America and Australia, drifted into its polar position. This allowed a powerful circumpolar current to form, isolating the continent and leading to the formation of the massive Antarctic ice sheet. The world was entering a prolonged cooling phase. This global chill had profound effects on life. The lush, planet-wide forests began to retreat, replaced by a new and revolutionary type of ecosystem: grasslands. This environmental shift presented a new set of challenges and opportunities. For animals adapted to forest life, it was a crisis, but for others, it was a jackpot. Grazing animals found a vast, new food source. To cope with the abrasive silica and grasses, their teeth evolved to become more durable and height. Their legs grew longer to outrun predators in the open plains, and many started living in herds for safety. The world was becoming less of a jungle and more of a savanna, a landscape that would shape the next chapter of evolution. As we move into the Miocene epoch 23 million years ago, the grasslands truly take over. This is the age of grasslands in its full glory. The world starts to look much more familiar. The ancestors of many modern animal groups thrive in these vast, open spaces. Elephants, rhinos, and giraffes, along with a huge diversity of deer and antelope, spread across the continents. In the Americas, strange creatures, like the Chalicotheres, which looked like a cross between a horse and a gorilla, used their long claws to pull down branches. Meanwhile, the very face of the planet was being reshaped. The Indian subcontinent, which had been drifting north for tens of millions of years, finally collided with Asia. This monumental collision buckled the Earth's crust, pushing up the mightiest mountain range on the planet, the Himalayas. This had a massive impact on global climate patterns, creating the monsoons that define the climate of South Asia today. The world of the Miocene was dynamic and vibrant, a world of sprawling savannas and rising mountains, setting the scene for our own origins. Now we arrive at a pivotal moment in our story. About 5 million years ago, at the dawn of the Pliocene, in the expanding savannas of East Africa, a new kind of primate was taking its first steps, not on 4 legs, but on 2. These were the early hominins, our distant ancestors. The famous fossil Lucy and Australopithecus afarensis dates from this period. Walking upright was a revolutionary adaptation. It freed up the hands for carrying food and tools, and it was a more energy-efficient way to travel across the open plains. This was the first, crucial step on the long road to humanity. But the world was about to get a lot colder. Around 2.5 million years ago, the Pleistocene epoch began. This was the Great Ice Age. Massive ice sheets, miles thick, advanced and retreated from the poles, locking up huge amounts of water and dramatically altering sea levels and landscapes. Glaciers carved out valleys, created great lakes, and connected continents with land bridges. Mammoths, woolly rhinos, saber-toothed cats, and giant ground sloths dominated these cold, harsh landscapes. It was in this challenging, ever-changing world that our own Homo evolved, learning to make tools, control fire, and adapt to survive against all odds. Finally, we reached the end of the last ice age, just 11,700 years ago. The glaciers retreat for the last time, and the world enters the Holocene, the epoch we live in today. This relatively stable, warm period provided the perfect conditions for a remarkable new development. One species of hominid, Homo sapiens, had spread across the globe, and in the Holocene, they did something no other species had ever done before. They developed agriculture. This innovation was the spark that ignited civilization. For the first time, humans could settle in one place, grow their own food, and build permanent villages, which grew into towns and then into cities. This led to writing, art, science, and the complex societies we know today. In the geological blink of an eye, we went from small hunter-gatherer bands to a global civilization of billions, capable of reshaping the planet itself. The journey through the Cenozoic Era is our own story. It's a story of resilience, adaptation, and incredible transformation, from the fall of the dinosaurs to the rise of humanity, leading all the way to you, watching this video right now. Thank you so much for joining us on this incredible journey through the age of mammals. If you enjoyed this trip through deep time, please hit that like button. Subscribe for more adventures into our planet's past. And let us know in the comments which geological era you'd like to explore next. Thanks for watching.